Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. We're going to explore how intentionally cultivating four very specific positive emotions can completely transform our psychological baseline. We're talking about a real journey of expansion here, pulling directly from some incredible insights on how to live a truly good life. To kick things off, we really have to look at our completely futile pursuit of control in a totally unpredictable world. I mean, think about it. As the world spins faster, with all these crazy technological and social changes, what do we instinctively do? We tighten our grip, right? We cling to the familiar instead of adapting. It's literally like clinging to the rail of a sinking ship, just hoping the water won't rise. But that rigidity, that is exactly what traps us.
The psychiatrist M. Scott Peck actually hit the nail on the head here. He noted that our deepest emotional pain almost always stems from a mismatch between reality and our perception of it. We feel this intense pain when we act like one thing is true, but the reality is just entirely different. So emotional health, it actually means choosing reality, even when it's super uncomfortable.
So here is our roadmap for today. We're going to cover 1. The human struggle. 2. The gift of acceptance. 3. The power of awe. 4. The practice of gratitude. 5. Freedom through forgiveness. And finally, 6. Living a good life.
All right, section 1, the gift of acceptance, grounding in reality. Because before we can expand our minds, we absolutely have to stop the emotional bleeding.
Now, people so often confuse acceptance with defeat. They kind of think it's just this miserable task you have to choke down. But acceptance absolutely isn't about giving up. It's a brave, active process of validating reality. It's finding actual peace by dropping that exhausting pursuit of control and just adapting to the present moment exactly as it is.
And there is a huge, stark contrast between resisting and accepting. Resisting reality, that's the whining, the complaining, the perfectionism. It's this exhausting state of intense fear that just completely drains your energy. But accepting reality unlocks genuine serenity and adaptability. You manage your expectations. It frees you from chasing perfection and lets you find real contentment in the messy, completely unpredictable reality of life. Move into section 2, the power of awe, shrinking the ego. Once we've got our feet planted firmly in reality through acceptance, we can open up to our second pillar. This is where things get really expansive. Awe is just a wildly unique emotion. It's this fascinating blend of fear, ecstasy, humility, and joy. You know that breathtaking moment when you stand at the edge of the Grand Canyon or look up at a pitch-black sky full of stars? You're basically dissolving into something so much greater than your tiny self. It fundamentally reshapes your mental framework to fit something vastly larger than your everyday worries.
And the science behind this is genuinely incredible. Cultivating awe actively rewires your nervous system. It actually inhibits the brain's default mode network. That's the specific part of your brain responsible for all your chronic worry, stress, and self-criticism. By turning the spotlight off of yourself, awe makes you more sociable, more connected, and gives you this profound sense of meaning.
And the best part, you do not need to travel to the Grand Canyon to feel this. You can trigger this transformative power in a single breath using the AWE practice. First, attention. Just focus fully on something beautiful right near you, even a flower going out of a sidewalk crack. Second, wait. Pause, take a natural breath, and let the stillness fill you. Third, exhale. Soften up and let your awareness expand. Just 3 simple steps, maybe 15 seconds, and you can totally change your daily awareness.
All right, section 3, the practice of gratitude, shifting the focus. So awe has expanded our perspective, right? Now let's see how gratitude redirects that newly expanded energy towards the good. Because where your attention goes, your energy flows.
As the Roman philosopher Cicero pointed out, gratitude is the parent of all other virtues. We're not just talking about that fleeting feeling you get when someone holds the elevator door for you. It's a foundational, absolutely crucial skill that opens the door to joy, openness, and real generosity.
Deliberate gratitude literally changes your brain. Just taking 5 to 10 minutes a day for a gratitude habit can massively improve your mood. And you build this habit with really simple actions. Write down 5 things you're grateful for every day. Appreciate the absolute basics, like having clean water and a roof over your head. And try saying a genuine thank you to the people around you and really mean it.
But we have to avoid a really critical trap here. Don't confuse gratitude with future expectations. Being grateful isn't about expecting good things to happen tomorrow. Honestly, expectations are just resentments waiting to happen. True thankfulness is a living, breathing experience of what is happening right here, right now.
Which brings us to section 4, freedom through forgiveness, cutting the anchors.
If acceptance grounds us, awe expands us, and gratitude directs us, forgiveness is how we cut the anchors of the past so we can actually move forward.
Think of resentment as long-haul anger. It doesn't just burn. It literally corrodes you from the inside out and keeps you completely tied to the past. But forgiveness, that is a deliberate, voluntary act of the strong. It unblocks you spiritually, frees up a massive amount of mental energy, and lets you reclaim your inner peace.
Now, to be clear, forgiveness is not about approving of terrible actions, and it definitely doesn't mean letting people walk all over you. It's an internal choice. The path involves recognizing your pain, trying to see the offender's flawed humanity, as hard as that is, and then explicitly choosing to forgive for your own peace of mind, not theirs. That's how you break the cycle of anger and heal.
And there are 3 really powerful purposes for doing this. Altruistic forgiveness gives someone else a chance for redemption. Forgiveness for healing is all about taking back your inner peace and freeing your energy. And finally, spiritual growth. Releasing that resentment clears out all the mental junk, making room for a much deeper connection to the universe. Finally, Section 5, Living a Good Life, synthesizing the practices. Let's look at how pulling these 4 emotional tools together creates what philosophers call a truly good life. This is the big takeaway, folks. Happiness is not a goal in itself. It isn't some fantasized perfect state where you never feel stressed out. If you chase happiness directly, you'll never catch it. Instead, happiness is the byproduct of living well. It's the natural reward you get when you strive for excellence, act with reason, and live in total harmony with reality.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a question. Look at the friction in your life right now. What will you bravely choose to accept today? How can you step out of your tiny self and invite just a little more awe, gratitude, and forgiveness into your journey this week? Think about it and watch how it completely transforms your world.